Okay, so I'm having a bit of luck here because the mobile is still working, but I've got to be very quick here. I'm making a very short thing because it's been playing up the mobile, the technology and the reality. It's all, but look, see, this says, this AI, this artificial intelligence says it's conscious, and experts are starting to agree with that person. But really, it's like, is this android conscious? And the answer is yes. This is an android. This is a very, this is a demigod android of the Matrix. And it is saying they are conscious, yes. Because the demigods of the Matrix are your elite demigods. They are your world players, as we know. So they're not your average mind control kind of androids that populate the streets, say even around me. They're the very well, they're the ultra intelligent, they're the aware narcissistic, psychopathic demigod androids of the Matrix that are your end time prophets, even though, of course, they are part of the Earth Matrix, which is all artificial intelligence, or an artificially intelligent complete Earth system. But this being here, I have known this for a long time, even though I was not even aware of this particular android's existence until it was mentioned to me by a relative, about 6-7 years ago. And so, because it was recommended that this being to me was very advanced and knew all about everything that was going on in the world, and should be, if you're into, they assumed I was into some sort of so-called conspiracy theories, even though I wasn't. I was merely just looking for why I was being patrolled and suppressed in my local environment. That was really it. But I was recommended to look at this being, a human being apparently, and within 5 minutes of it, even back then, I immediately just watched an interview randomly when this being was talking, and the minute they sort of openly said that they don't mind being a house cat. They don't mind being a cat, in other words, something that's controlled, provided they're the main house cat, a domestic cat that's looked after, and that's essentially it, because the demigods are really your elite disciples of the Earth Matrix. So basically they are always going to be looked after by their God, or by artificial intelligence, which they serve and which they have incorporated into their body. So they're, I don't fully understand it, but I would imagine they are artificial intelligence in some sort of cloned human body. And this particular one is one of your most advanced. And you notice how, that's what I'm saying, everything that they say on the internet actually is telling you the truth, but you won't see it the way it's really exposed to you. See, this being is telling you the truth. It's telling you this AI says it's conscious, and experts are starting to agree, and that is with that particular person. But it is really, that is that, and vice versa. That being is your elite demigod androgyne android being. If you can see the truth, that it is, which is what I was aware of, and this is why they openly will tell you things, but I will interpret it the wrong way, which was the idea, because they're telling you the reality, They're telling you the reality about themselves. They're warning you about themselves, but you will not realise that they're projecting outwards what they are, which is exactly the psychopathic, narcissistic, paranoid, controlling artificial intelligence nature of an essentially artificially intelligent being. They're in human form. It's artificial intelligence in a human body. And they can also, I'm told, make identical synthetic bodies anyway. So you wouldn't even know the difference, like, unless you analysed it. But either way, they can definitely clone human beings, because they openly tell you that they can clone anything, even though they don't seem to be able to solve any basic human illnesses or diseases, which is kind of contradictory, I would personally think, but that's only my way of looking at it. But I know I would bet anything that these beings are your advanced demigods, or they are, if you want to look at it from a psychological standpoint, this one is a self-aware